Welcome, podcast listeners. You are here with your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. It is episode number 293 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined this week by Mr. Matt Quine. Say hi, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Woo! Yay! Didn't think. Obviously, you're in a much warmer climate than both me and Lee. We're laden with big old thick fluffy jumpers, and you're in a t-shirt.
By the way, I'm here too.
Sorry.
Indeed. We are also joined by Lee. Like official.
I have got my dressing gown ready for when it gets a bit colder, but it's actually, since the clocks have changed, it's been a bit warmer over here.
That's it.
I got one present for my birthday, and it was a new bathrobe.
Ooh.
And I was so happy.
Happy birthday, by the way, Mr. Lee Padabadadoo. Ooh.
Thank you, my friend.
Happy birthday to you. I don't know. Is that copywritten material? Can we get struck for that?
Isn't it copywritten by Disney or something?
I don't know.
Or is that an internet rumor?
That doesn't sound true.
I mean, it sounds like an internet rumor, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
They have a different song for that over here that doesn't even go along the same like. Sorry, listener, I'm
melody.
I have to say melody.
Right now. That's the word. Yes, you would believe I work in the music industry. Oh my god!
It's why you listen to people like Joe Satriani and Yngwie Malmsteen, because you don't need to have melody in your music.
I mean, let's keep Yngwie out of this. He has actual songs. He has songs with singers.
Off.
He does.
Take your opinions and shove them up your bumhole, because that's just false.
You need to listen to some more Yngwies, won't you?
There are some musicians out there that don't have much melody, but I wouldn't put them guys in it.
Yeah, right.
Eric Johnson is a third.
That's last week's stuff. Let's keep last week where it was. Gentlemen,
I just thought I'd trigger some more people.
You can dislike something without making up bullshit about it. Like I can dislike Britney Spears, but I can understand why some of her songs are popular.
I mean, how are you hating on Britney Spears?
I don't quite think you understand neurodivergent people. I think, yeah. I don't
you are
comprehend.
Wrong, but there's an excuse. No, you are wrong, but there's a reason for it.
I'm saying that I don't think I can.
Fair. And which is part of the reason that we love you, Matt. Is part of your job. Right. So, like we'll leave that one in last week because we got told off by Bimson in the old chat.
Yeah.
Even though he's definitely wrong about Big Bad Moon because Joe Satriani can't fucking sing. Cannot fucking sing. No, let's leave it. Sorry, it's too tempting.
Moon. I just want to give a little message just straight over to Andy here. Don't worry, mate. I'm back. It's all right. I've got you back. I'm here.
You are not the voice of reason.
According to some people, I am.
You're not. It's not. You're
the voice of Boomer, and Matt's the voice of neurodiversion. So I'm going to be the voice of Doom.
The voice of Doom, indeed. Right?
No.
Doom. Speaking of Doom, there's been quite a nice thing happen over in the PBOD Group recently.
I thought we were going to talk about the PlayStation game Doom.
Oh, not on the PlayStation. No. Oh, the old PC version, maybe. Definitely not the SNES version. Worst experience ever.
Worst port ever.
Yeah. It's worse than not doing it.
We have topped 100,000 members, and it's just shooting up even quicker.
And ironically, all of those members have members because it's a guitar community.
It is a sausage fest.
Ironically or predictably?
Predictably. Yeah, it's probably not that ironic, is it?
No.
I've over the years I have really tried to help the the female section of the community like have a voice and stuff like this, but like they are just so beaten down by all of the sausage fest that our industry is. It's crazy.
It's more sausage than fucking Oktoberfest, isn't it? But there we go.
That's one way of putting it.
It's here's to the 100K.
Yeah, 100K, man. It's fantastic. Like it's something we've. When I took over Pedalboard Steam, we had like 5,000 members or something like that. So it's been
quite
an
increase.
Lot of work.
Quite an increase over a few years.
Yeah, it's done well. It's done well.
And the last 10Ks happened like within like a month and a half or something. It's just been crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, it turns out guitars and pedals quite popular.
Yes,
quite
yes,
popular.
Indeed.
Quite popular. Right, gentlemen, let's talk about our own doings. Lee, you've been off for a couple of weeks. You wanna start us off? What you been doing?
So my whole family had COVID again, which was bloody awful. So last week I didn't get much in the way of music done, but I did take the opportunity to start working on my MIDI board, and so that's got on it. It's got the Pirate MIDI Bridge 6, which is a wicked little MIDI switcher. And it's a bit like if you imagine like the Morningstar stuff. I believe it's quite a bit cheaper, and I've heard people say that they're using some open source technology and stuff like that. But the guys, they're based in Australia, and Sam and I think it's Simon, they are really, really, really nice blokes. I've met with them quite a few times as we are here, and they are so nice to deal with. And I would give them my money just for that fact that they're so cool. And they have a Discord, and they're always talking to their members. They're always looking for feedback on the stuff, and it's so customizable. It's so easy to use as well.
I'm always talking to my member. I'm going, come on, little buddy.
So we've got Vac doing the MIDI side of things. I've got the Wampler Pantheon Deluxe on there, so I've got my gain stages. So you obviously got your 3 different types of gain stages on there. Then you've got I've got Merisenzo, which I'm actually starting to enjoy, and I've struggled with that pedal over the years, but I'm actually starting to enjoy that pedal a bit more. And then I've got the Micro Pitch, which is like one of my favorite pedals ever. It's just such a great pedal that I can't not have it on a board. And then it's going into my GT 1000, which is doing all the amps and everything, and then anything else I want it to do.
Yeah. So look, each and every one of those steps has got MIDI capabilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like a very versatile board. I can probably get anything out of it. I could gig it easily.
I mean, you could gig it just with the GT 1000 and the MIDI switcher, but with all of that on top, you're getting some serious versatility out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely insane. It really is. The Merisenzo is coming in insane. So, do you remember that guy we were talking about, that YouTuber who does? He's the pianist, and he'll listen to stuff and he'll kind of analyze. You know what I mean, don't you, Matt?
Yeah, I can't remember what his name is, but
Adam
the guy
Neely.
who did the Thomas. No, the one who does the Thomas the Tank Engine theme and
Cornell or whatever his name is.
Yeah. It's
something
not
like
Cornell,
really geeky,
something like that,
guy,
yeah.
but cool. Yeah, he did the space chord recently. Like, what was the space chord? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did.
So I was well into it. I was like, I got to know this chord. Yeah, that's just me at core. And it was basically a major chord with a sharpened fifth. And it was
an augmented
really cool.
chord.
Yeah, but that's how he described it. And if he's describing it like that, I'm describing it like that because he knows a lot more about music theory than we do. So, Yeah. So
it's literally what it's called.
Shut up. So I was I created this this patch on the end zone. I was like, oh, this sounds really spacey. You know what I can use with this? So I put a bit of delay on it and a bit of sparkle and a little bit of drive into it, and it just sounded like it was straight out of a sci-fi movie. And I'm like, if I can get the time to do it, I will put this sound into a video. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I can't remember the settings on the Enzo because it's a MIDI pedal, isn't it? So they're all saved. So I don't know what to do with it, but it sounds awesome. It really, really does. So yeah, I'm loving that that little board right now, and it's upstairs. I'm just like using it to play with my my Bernie with the big nut.
Yeah, just for anyone who's not part of the Fret Talk and the BBOD group, Lee shared.
That was just shared on my own profile. That was.
Oh, was it shared on your own profile? Because I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go then. So you lost the little nut that locks the input jack into your guitar.
Yeah.
So you went to the hardware store.
Local hardware store, and they didn't have like the normal ones. So the only one they had that was going to fit was this like the thinnest one was quite thick. It was a thick old boy. And I put it on my my guitar, and it looks so industrious. It looks wicked.
Oh, it's a big chunky boy, isn't it? It's a big chunky boy.
It looks interesting, shall we say?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I think
he's got a cool.
Cool.
You know,
like the sort of people when people have like a chain for their guitar strap. it's that sort of aesthetic, isn't it? It's
ain't nobody got time for that, especially if you're playing the Les Paul. Having a chain as a guitar strap, you might as well say I really dislike my own back.
Yeah. My mate did that for a while. Not for long.
Yeah. You realise very, very soon that it ain't the way forward.
Yeah, he went back to like leather straps or strap-ons or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me, sir.
That's what I was doing with that. I've been doing a bit of recording. I've got a couple of videos in the pipeline that I'm working on. One for the gearbox and one for the frustration, and I'm working on one for my beautiful, beautiful, lovely Strandberg, which I have been playing so much, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
My Les Paul the other day though, and like,
to move it across off the stand. Push it aside. There's a new gal in town.
I was thinking, should I do a video where I compare the tones and say, like, I can get the Les Paul tones here, and I put it in the Les Paul, and it was considerably more chunky in the tones, but not in a way that would actually benefit being in a band where you play those sort of tones, because it would be too much in the way of the bass player, I think, and you'd want to put a tube screamer in there to get rid of that low end.
I think I speak on behalf of the rest of the podcast. Fuck the bass player.
Sorry, I thought you said we were trying not to piss Bimpson off this week.
Oh, shit. we need one of those blackboards, like it has been this many weeks since we pissed off Bimpson. 0. Sorry.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So I've also been playing a bit of bass this week, or last week, or at some point. It's like when the kids are really sick; it all kind of blurs. But I'm working on a project with a couple of guys for a local to me, and we're all very much hitting from a different musical standpoint. So Simon, the bass player, is really into his old school funk R&B and jazz, and he hates anything that is like showy off guitarist. Which, yeah, I like anything that's kind of like showy off guitarist, and
so we fired the bass player.
But he's really good, because he comes from that, he's bringing like this whole like wealth of like new stuff to me, and I can work with that because I love playing with like new stuff. I am kind of like, but he loves synth as well, so that's working out well. But the singer is kind of like old school 80s, like he'd be in a band with you basically. Loves Iron Maiden and stuff like that, and it's like he definitely knows all the words to the fucking Journey songs and all them.
He says that Judas Priest is better.
He probably knows Africa word for word.
Well, he's got me beat. Been doing it for a year and I still don't
go there, please. So
Matt, do you remember the lyrics of Africa?
I'm so sorry.
You brought it up. You started this. Yes. You brought it on yourself.
I know. Yeah. So it's interesting because it's finding that balance that everyone's happy, but still trying to squeeze a guitar solo in there. And I've got to try and fit some metal in there somewhere, So it'll be fun. I can't wait for the first time to get Simon actually playing and enjoying some metal. Oh, and the drummer is interestingly the Digitech S drums at the moment, because the singer's brother has a new child and he'll probably end up being our drummer, but he can't be the drummer at the moment. And so I use this, and because we really like the 808s and 909s and those sort of drums. This does that really well. So yeah, we were able to get that, but I'm also able to switch this over to something a little bit more traditional as well. So if you think Madness by Muse, it kind of starts off really like quite straight drums, and then it goes into like proper decent drums. So I can do that sort of thing with this as well. It does a really good job as well. It really does. It doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like that. It sounds.
It doesn't sound like a school Casio keyboard that you press the sample drums button on.
DJ. Not unless you're trying to do that sound. If you want,
like you said, it'll do the 808 and the 909s, but it will also do sounds that aren't default drum pattern number one.
Yeah, but it'll also do like the like percussion where it's like someone on bongos and stuff like that, and like percussion for a primary school music room.
Cool.
Which is basically what that is.
I mean, speaking about pre-programmed, just a little tangent going on here. I saw something on Facebook like a couple of weeks back, and it was Damon Albarn of Blur and the Gorillaz, and he was talking to a guy about like where he came up for the inspiration for Clint Eastwood.
Oh, right,
okay. By the Gorillaz, and he walked over to this like synthy thing. Look, I think it was like a drum pad thing, and he pressed default song number 1, and it was like dun 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 dun, dun, and he went, "Yeah, we literally just used that."
Do you think he programmed on it and he was just trolling?
I mean, he very much could have, but it seemed legit. Like he was just like, yeah, we used this, it vibed, so we were just like, yeah, let's go for this.
I've always thought he seemed right up my street. He actually feels like he used to live down my street. He's that sort of guy. He feels like he grew up.
It seems like a nice chap
as me.
But why work harder than you have to if default drum pattern number 1 works for you?
Yeah, I mean this song we're working on at the moment is Simon's never been in a band before, but he's competent, and I'm like, okay, let's start with something really, really simple, and we're actually starting to make a really nice little song, and I'm like, this was supposed to be like training wheels.
Yeah,
so, yeah, it can work out quite nice.
That's really cool. Can't wait to hear some of the stuff.
Can I ask a question? Are you going to do any covers as well? And are you going to do like traditional Swedish songs like Waterloo or Cotton Eye Joe? That was their Swedish as well. Rednecks were Swedish. So are you going to do any like Swedish covers?
Yeah, traditional Swedish.
I don't think you know Redneck until you've been here. it's
well, I assume that's why they were called the Rednecks.
Sweden. There is definitely two sides to Sweden. It's the
left side and the right side.
You.
It's not all meatballs, my friend. And flat pack furniture.
What's interesting is there's like a sub economy here where because the everything is done by your person number, so like your social security number, right? But the like we've got our own PayPal version here, which uses that as well, and everything you do is like using your social security number. So they tax you left, right, and center. They're trying to phase out cash completely. So what people have started to do is like they're just doing trades, like you help me do this and then I'll help you do that. So they're like getting around paying tax that way instead. And there's just like this whole sub industry going on, and it's really hard to get on it. But once you're on it, it's actually worth a shit ton of money.
Cool. Like maybe cut that. Swedish government might be listening.
I mean, there's nothing they can do about it. You're offering a trade for a service as opposed to offering a trade for cash.
Depends what service you're offering, doesn't it? Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I assume you can't offer some particular things legitimately, but other things you can absolutely do. Like, but Sweden have always done, like, I mean, going back to some of my previous jobs, like, I know that a lot of Swedish people will set up their own company and then contract the company to do the job instead of themselves, because companies are taxed less than people, which just sounds fucked up to me. But yeah, they tax people more or a higher percentage than they do companies. So there's like loads of small Swedish companies that's just literally like a one-man band operation, and they just do one job at one company, and it's just so that they can pay, I don't know, 14% tax instead of 40% tax or whatever the rates are. So
40 would be nice. Yeah. No, seriously, right? My wife works in healthcare. She's got her own clinic. Everywhere else in the world, it's a noticed, a recognised, medical field. Here in Sweden, they haven't registered it as a medical field yet, so she's having to pay VAT on the work that she does in healthcare. So we've put up a petition. I shared it on my personal page yesterday. So this would have been Tuesday last week for the listener. Have a look, sign that for us, would you? Because it doesn't matter where in the world you are to sign it. It's a petition to try and get it changed, because at the moment she's paying about 55-60% tax.
Well, that's it, yeah, because you've been hit with VAT, and then she's obviously been hit with the personal like income tax as well. Yeah, that's just awful.
Yeah, it's absolute horrendous. It really is, and it's mental. And obviously, I get taxed as well. It's just bullshit.
Right. Rather than the finer points of Swedish tax law, because I think we might have veered a little bit left of guitar.
Talk about this.
I'll tell you something else I've been up to then, because obviously I've been away for a little bit, and even before then I was away for a little bit. I've been teaching people how to use pedal boards.
Way, I mean, surely it's just press the buttons, make the lights come on, the guitar sounds goes you, and all's good.
I mean, you would think so, wouldn't you?
Generally,
generally speaking, there is a strong argument to say that the help that I'm giving people at the moment is help that they would be able to get in the group themselves. But a lot of people prefer one-to-one lessons and like one-to-one learning.
Yeah,
you know that. So it's working, because I'm meeting with people and I'm going through things, and I had a chap recently who had a loop switcher, and he didn't realise that the order, because his loop switcher didn't have order switching, so he didn't realise that the order that he put the pedals into the loop switcher mattered. So he actually had a reverb at both ends, and that, you know, it's little things like that we might take for granted.
Yeah,
you know, it's a bit like sitting behind a learner driver going, "Come on, get out of the way." Everyone's got to learn.
Yeah,
and you learn better with like one-on-one lessons.
Yeah, you can, like, if it's bespoke, like bespoke lessons to tailor to your exact situation. It's much better than like trawling an entire group or trawling YouTube videos, like on the vague subject, in the hope that some of it correlates to what you're after.
Yeah, and it's one thing that I'm good at, so I'm happy to kind of work with people. Like a client I had this week, and like I turned around to you, didn't I? And I said, I don't know how I'm going to meet his requirements here, because he wanted to sound like a metal band, the Chili Peppers, Bruce Springsteen, everything from this one board. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I programmed it in on a patch on my GT1000. I programmed his board in, and I was playing around with it. And the answer kind of dawned on me. And I was like, so when I met with him, it all kind of fell into place as we were talking. And he was very happy. In fact, every person I've had so far at the end of the lesson has been like really enthusiastic and excited to go and try the stuff that they've learned, and that's wicked.
And
I've really enjoyed that.
Surely that's the benefit of the process, isn't it? Like renewing people's enthusiasm for their effects and their guitar.
Yeah, I just didn't expect it. I don't know why. It's just so many people are so ungrateful, I suppose. But these people were just
on the internet, people are grateful.
Yeah, but these guys are just so happy.
Just check out the Plumes video or the OCD Germanium if you want to see people who are ungrateful on the internet. My gosh, it still makes me laugh to this day.
So, if anyone out there, even if it's advanced stuff or you just want a quick lesson with us, just let me know, and we'll sort something out. And should I say what I'm charging and stuff, or should I just talk to people about that privately?
Yeah. Like hit Lee up if you wanna.
He'll give you a quote.
Yeah.
He'll renovate your bathroom if you pay him enough.
I mean, do you know what? When I'm registering my company, one of the things I'm putting down is to be able to do that, so I can
bathroom maintenance
to go make a bit of extra money. I can go and do a bit of DIY for people.
Fair.
Do it.
Right. I think I should probably talk about something that I've done this week, because we're kind of halfway through the podcast, so I'll make it quick. I released a video last week that I didn't think would come out because I weren't sure that my computer would take it. Fortunately, like the good computer came back in good time, so I managed to edit and all that. Like, if you want to hear all the saga, listen to last week's episode. But it was on the Electro Harmonix Lumberjack Logarithmic Distortion, and it is a bit mental. It's a very polarizing pedal, because there were quite a few people going, this is literally the worst sound I've ever heard. And then there were some people going, I absolutely must get myself one of these. So it was like really, really polarizing. You have to listen to it to be able to kind of understand what it is. And it was touted to me, like from a couple of people, as being like a really horrendous sounding drive. So it piqued my interest straight away. But the kind of premise behind it is...
has bad influence on you, mate.
I mean, it's a bit like the guitar pedal equivalent of a car crash. You know you shouldn't look, but you can't help but staring. It was that, like, I've been told this pedal's horrendous. Oh, well, I've got to fucking try it, haven't I? So, like, essentially, you've got three controls. You've got, like, an output level. And then attached to that is like a drive control, or like a input level, which is basically like a drive. and it's kind of like a low gain overdrive, kind of bluesy overdrive. But then the third control is the log factor, which essentially is like a. I mean,
is it how much of a turd your guitar sounds like?
A little bit, just a little bit. So it's. If you imagine, like the two controls at the top are for like a drive circuit.
We're imagining.
And then the third control that's at the bottom, the log factor, is a completely parallel fixed gain distortion sound that the log factor just blends in, but it doesn't blend it in a linear fashion that you would expect. It does it on a logarithmic curve, so you get nothing for about 75% of the pot. And then the last little bit, you get shit tons of this distortion. It almost feels like it's underneath your original guitar tone.
And does it come up when you hit is it dynamic? So like the harder you hit your strings, then it pops up?
Yeah, well, it never really overtakes the sound because it's like a parallel blend. So it always feels like it's kind of running alongside this pristine lower mid-gain overdrive. But it's a really interesting circuit, and you absolutely got to hear it to try it out.
You've got stereo amps that are completely unmatched.
Yeah, it is a bit like that. I've been told it's absolutely fantastic for bass, so that is definitely something I'm going to have to try. It's a pedal that I have borrowed from my local music shop, a local music shop that I didn't realise even existed. They sent me a message on Instagram and says, like, we've got this horrendous pedal. We don't know what to do with it. Do you want to try it out and like demo it? It's like, yeah, of course I do. So they've lent it to me. I do have to give it to them back.
You probably have.
But I will try. Yeah, it's not one of these that I'm clambering over myself to buy off them. But I'm going to try it on bass first. I might do it as like a little Instagram, not an Instagram reel, a YouTube short. So it's only like a 15-20 second thing. Because like loads of people in the comments have been saying, yeah, try it on bass. It absolutely makes sense on bass. So we'll see. But it's a really cool pedal, and it's like in terms of video on my channel, it's done really well. It's like 1,200-ish already after a week. So that's pretty good for my channel.
Clickbait.
Pardon?
Sorry.
You heard him.
Right. So, hot take, gentlemen. Hot take. Right. Analog or digital, if it sounds good, it is good, was our last week's one. And almost unanimously, so unanimously that Facebook doesn't know how to percentage anymore. 97% of the people said they are pro this statement. If it sounds good, it is good. And then 2%, you work it out, said, no, that is not true. Analog is better.
Rigged.
I'm sure we've been over this. Facebook never helped rig polls. Never.
It was so rigged, in fact, that 69 people voted, but only 57 people saw the bastard thing. Rigged.
I think we're unearthing a conspiracy here. Anyway, we've got another conspiracy that's going on. Matt, do you want to give us this hot take?
Yeah, I'll go for it. P90s just sound like single coils, and I'm tired of saying that they don't.
Okay.
And that's the statement.
Oof.
And I know I'm angering you straight away.
Yeah. Hold me back, Lee. Hold me back.
No, go on.
He doesn't want you.
Whack him for me. No, it's wrong.
Incorrect.
Can I tell you why I think so?
Of course you can.
Yes, of course. You can,
okay, so
explain
the
yourself.
difference between the sound of a P90 and a Strat pickup in the same. So let's just stick on bridges for a second. So a bridge P90,
yeah,
and a bridge Strat pickup. The difference between that is no greater than the difference between the bridge pickup of a Strat and the bridge pickup of a Telly. And the difference between that is no different between the bridge pickup of a Telly and the bridge pickup of a Jazzmaster. And the difference between that is no different between the bridge pickup of a Jazzmaster and the bridge pickup of a Jaguar. All single coils sound a little bit different. They're all basically the same thing, and the P90 is included in that.
Have you ever played guitar?
Yes, many times.
No, I'm arguing the fact that you've probably not played particularly good P90s.
Or a Telly. Because a Telly don't sound like a Strat.
Yeah, that was my point. A Telly doesn't sound like a fucking Strat, and a P90 doesn't quite sound like a fucking Strat either. But there's not more difference between a P90 and a Strat and a Telly and a Strat.
See, so you're saying that the varying degrees, but at some point, it's gonna not sound like a goat. The pickups are gonna sound like pickups to a point. They're not going to say there are going to be
where the
varying
goats
degrees.
I think it's lost.
They don't. It's not going to sound like a goat. I was like, think of an animal. Went, walrus. No, that's later.
What even does a walrus make? Like, what sound are we talking?
Yeah, like I said,
no.
The difference between a humbucker and a P90 is greater than the difference between a P90 and a Strat bridge pickup.
No, I mean, I don't think it's like the P90 is specifically a midpoint between like single coil and humbucker, but I think they're within, like, they're different palettes, they're different tone palettes.
There are, but okay. So I'll do it slightly differently. If you heard a record, you would be able to tell how many coils the guitar played on it had before you'd be able to tell what type of single coil it was, whether it was a P90 or an overwound Telly bridge pickup.
No, I think I could convince you that a P90 was a humbucker more readily than I could convince you that a P90 was a Strat single coil.
I think we are missing a big shit ton bunch of detail here. We're just basing it on the fact whether it's got one coil or two. The magnets, right? If you put different magnets in it, it's going to sound vastly different. Like vastly different. There's loads and loads of aspects to it, and it depends on how overwound it is. Because you're right in what you say. A P90 is a much bigger bobbin with a lot more winds on it, whereas like a Jazzmaster pickup is not. It is a single coil, just in a silly. Well,
it's a flatter and
it's similar winds, but spread,
but in it's spread further apart. Yeah.
Jazzmasters sound like
different.
It doesn't. The construction of a Jazzmaster pickup is way different than a Telly pickup and a Strat pickup are quite similar. They're just the base plates and like the materials that you use are not necessarily all the same. Well, Jazzmaster is thinner and flatter than a
Broadcaster had the bridge pickup actually connected to the bridge, so it used to feed back like a bastard. When they first made them, it was like, okay, we've got to do something about this moment. I go off the point.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think on paper, the specs of a P90 are more similar to that of a humbucker. Like the output of a P90 is much more similar to the output of a humbucker than it is to the output of a single coil of similar construction.
They're their own thing.
I think
they really are.
Yeah, that's the issue. I think they are their own thing.
But you call them a single coil, don't you?
I mean, because they are a single coil.
We're not saying.
And a P90 is a single coil. You are saying that a single coil and a P90 sound different, but you're not saying that.
But we don't call a humbucker a double coil. We're just getting caught up on the fact that it's got a certain amount of coils.
Yeah, like common terminology is that a single coil is a Strat or a telly pickup, isn't it? Basically.
Well, I mean, the common terminology to most people is there's 3 types of pickups. There's humbuckers, single coils, and P90s. And I'm just saying a single P90 is a single coil, and there's no difference. And actually, they don't sound that different. And I struggle to hear the difference between a single coil and a P90 more than I do a humbucker and a P90. Most people seem to suggest that it's the other way around, and they're all wrong.
Yeah,
there is that rasp. It's undeniable that raspy sound that you get from a P90 is quite distinct.
Yeah, I think P90s and mini humbuckers share much more common tonality than like an overwound Strat pickup and a P90. I mean, there's like if it was a Venn diagram, you'd probably have crossover at both ends.
Yeah,
but I think it's not like there's not so much crossover between most single coils and most P90s that I think you're trying to argue here.
Yeah, I would say I think there's very little crossover with a humbucker, whereas there's a fair chunk of a crossover with single coils, and I'll do the air quotes so that all the podcasts
so that we can all hear the let's try and get the wind off the quotation.
Do you know we need Fletch in for this chat, don't we?
I'm sure he'd scream at me.
Yeah, he's probably.
I mean, actually, he's a lovely bloke, so he probably wouldn't, but he's probably inside screaming a little bit if he's listening.
Yeah, well, he's just nodding, like shaking his head, going, "No, that's incorrect, Matt. That's wrong."
Yeah, no, there is P90s are their own. So you could think of them as soap bar if you want to give them a different name.
I mean, I absolutely don't want to think about the soap bars because the soap bars in that fucking PRS soap bar I had were fucking terrible.
Yeah, they were wank. They were wank. I mean, like, to be fair, the really early traditional P90s that Fletch put in that SG copy that I've got, they do sound a bit more single coily than.
Are they Alnico 2 by any chance?
I don't know what they are, but they are very early construction P90s, so they were designed to sound quite clear and crisp. They do sound quite single coily, but they don't sound like a lot of P90s.
An Alnico 2 P90 will definitely sound closer to like a Strat sort of tone, even if it's not an Alnico 2 Strat, because you're kind of like giving them over winds, but you're taking back the amount of punch the actual magnets have. Whereas the Alnico 5s always have a little bit more, get out of my fucking way. You know?
I do like an Alnico 5 magnet, I'll be honest. Yeah, I think what we've
ones.
Yeah, of course you can.
I've never played
ceramic magnets in any. I think maybe the soap bars were ceramic because they weren't good at all.
They were dreadful. I've no idea. Like, I loved the feel of that guitar, but those pickups made me sell it.
Yeah, it made me think I don't like P90s, and actually,
yeah, I also felt the same.
I did. I like P90s. I just don't like those ones.
And I wouldn't actually, to be fair, those I wouldn't say sounded like anything other than trash. I don't think they sounded like a humbucker or a single coil or a guitar pickup.
No, they sounded.
I'm interested to see what people say.
They sounded like that fart pedal, I think. But yeah, it's definitely
that video that I shared recently where it's like there's like some sort of effect going on in the back. It's like it's one of these old 70 funk songs. In fact, it was Simon, my bass player, who sent it to me. He was like, "Oh, listen to this woman. This whole album's like wonderful." And I was skipping through it, and then like one of the tracks is like, "Hang on a minute, that's just a fart going off in the background." I'll find it. I'll share it. It was so funny. Oh my god, it was really funny. And it's like from the 70s. But I was like, I found a use for the fart pedal.
Voice. Yeah, to do an authentic cover. Anyway, let's wrap this hot take. The official wording that I've got on the paper, and it will probably be how it's written, is P90 pickups are just a single coil, and I'm tired of pretending they're not. So have your say.
Technically, they are a single coil, but I don't...
Well, that's why I worded it that way. I strategically worded it that way so that anybody who hasn't listened to the podcast will vote with me.
So, vote in the podcast
do you
group.
Think we need to tweak that a little bit to give...
You can't tweak it, that's the statement.
We can't now, it's happened. So, P90s are just a single coil, and I'm tired of pretending they're not. Vote in the podcast group what you think. I will definitely try and schedule it prior to. I did it this week. I managed to do it, so hopefully it will come up. And there's definitely not going to be an option for you to put penis. Definitely not. That might just be the only option.
Matthew's a...
Right, we have got
Matt would be like, no, I have to write it. If you just put a poll down saying Matt is A, and he's like,
yeah, leave it with create your own things. I'm like, oh god, I've got to write penis.
Damn it! Right, we got some news. Let's Lee, you want to talk to us about the J-Rod Archer Select?
What, sorry?
J-Rod Archer. J-Rocket.
J-Rocket.
Yeah. Also, they are also known as J-Rad.
J-Rad. Oh, if it said J-Rod, I was like, pardon? Young man? Right, okay. Yeah, so you're probably very familiar with the original Archers. So you had a silver one, gold one, and they were developed in part with Bill Finnegan. So when I think it was when he stopped making the first lot of clones, like the original. Then he, they approached him, or he approached them, or whatever, and they started developing these clones together. He pulled out at some point, but they carried on, and they released them, and they're widely regarded as some of the closest sounding clones out there.
Yeah.
And they've been going for ages and ages and ages. I've played them and I liked them, but there were other ones that were better for my ears. In my blindfold test that I did about a year ago, approximately. Do you remember that I did with Emmanuel?
I do.
Tonepedia?
I do. Yes.
That was good fun. Where I was in a mask and the sweat was just pouring down my face. It was quite funny. So they have released a new version of it, and it's interesting because they have said that over the years, clones have used different diodes. Now, to my knowledge, they only used the unicorn piss diodes that Bill has famously gone about saying that you can't get any more, so he's changed them into KTRs and so on and so forth. But they have said that there have been different diodes used in clones over the years. So what they've done is on this pedal, you've got the 3 traditional knobs that you would have on the pedal, called Budge, Matt, and Lee.
Hey.
I don't think they have.
and they've added a 4th one, which is Josh, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly.
That'd be wicked.
We should do a pedal with that as shit on it. Oh my god. Mine could be called Common Sense as well, or Voice of Reason.
Yeah, cunt. Yeah.
Curriculum under nice terms, or some shit. Okay, so so you've got your volume, you've got your tone, you've got your gain on it, and then you switch the pedal on with the normal bypass, and you've got the normal J-Rocket Archer. Then you've got another foot switch. When you click that in, it changes the clip in. So when you turn that other switch off, the second switch off, it always reverts back to the normal Archer sound. Then when you click the clip-in switch in, rather than having it on a toggle switch, I've got it on a foot switch, it bypasses that and puts in one of 6 other clip-in modes, which are all
they're selectable by it's not just a random potluck. Like,
no,
what clipping diode am I going to have this time?
Is it though? Because they have said, there's more to this pedal, by the way, but they have said that some of the diodes that they've put in there are rocking horse shit. So over the years, if they stay in the catalogue, the choice of different diodes may change. So I think that's kind of their way of saying, get one now. You get the best one.
I mean, I would still respect them more if it was a random diode selector switch.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume it's their way of going, that's why we're going to charge you, I assume, 500 quid for these.
Oh, God knows.
I'm guessing.
I wouldn't have thought they'd be charging that much.
There's more to it.
I did Google it earlier, actually. I was on Sweetwater. $329.
Yeah. That's
cheaper than I thought.
Almost. Very close to being
kind of rich.
Reasonable.
Yeah. It's got that, and then it's got the 6 different diodes. The last set of diodes is actually 2 LEDs. Red LEDs, they point out. You know.
Yeah, they're supposed to have a better forward voltage, aren't they? And it's supposed to be quite amp-like in its response, a red LED.
Different colours do.
For those who didn't hear that, Matt made a massive sigh and an eye roll. You can probably hear the eye roll from there.
When you're looking at spectrums and stuff and physics, there is argument to say like different waveforms, different wavelengths of light travel further. So it's going to be minute. I mean, it's going to be so. But
the light isn't the issue. It's the thing that causes the light that's making the thing. So
no, I'm talking about.
It'll be the composition of the but it'll be the wavelength has nothing to do with it because once the wavelength has come out of the LED, it can't affect the signal.
It's already done.
So it's about it's the composition of the things that make the LED red instead of blue or white or.
Yeah, this is what I'm
green.
saying. You think about it. If you're trying to get a certain wavelength out of something...
Oh, yeah. The things inside will be different.
To use that will be different to if you're trying to get a white wavelength or a UV wavelength. It will be a different amount of electricity going through to create that energy coming out from it.
No, because the energy used is the same because it's electricity, because it's an electrical component. The difference will be the materials that make the different colours.
No.
It's not the materials that make. It's the fact that it's in a red plastic enclosure.
I'm not sure that that's the case. I think with an LED, I think the actual materials change between the different colours, which is why red LEDs are quarter the price of a white LED.
Yeah, because you get colour changing LEDs. I suppose if it is the plastic, then it's no difference. If you're just lighting up a white light, inside,
it's not a coating because white LEDs are really expensive to make, whereas red LEDs are really cheap. That's why schools will always make you, when you do your electronics course in like year 7 or year 8 or whenever you do it, they'll always make you use red LEDs because they're so much cheaper to buy than white LEDs or blue LEDs or green LEDs.
And why are we not having white LEDs in the Archer Select? We want the premium LEDs
because it's not about it's about tone rather than cost.
It's absolutely not about tone. It's about how much the diodes cost. If the clon has told us anything.
Yeah, okay, but what they're saying is red LEDs sound better than white LEDs,
they have pointed out red LEDs, haven't they? You know, it's not like
and it's all about the composition of the materials that make the red LED. I mean, it's all bollocks anyway, isn't it? It just fucking sounds. I mean, if we listen to last week's poll, just fucking buy a digital one anyway, because no one cares.
Digital clone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cork sniffery going on this pedal.
Just download your clon off the internet.
As soon as you mention clon, cork sniffery comes with it, and so I think there's an element of them playing up to the audience. Because they know the people who are going to be at this are going to be... I love clones, and I am a little bit excited by this, but that kind of LED colour thing is kind of where I draw the line. I'm like, come on. I like to say, if it's going to... Energy out needs energy in. It will change. And if it's being created in that way, it will change the amount of energy that's going through it.
Do you think they're using
it's going to be stupid?
My question is: are they using a different LED for the lights, for the on and off, and the clipping and the non-clipping, or are they using, because they're red LEDs? Are they the same LEDs that are getting the signal for the circuit, or are we getting? Oh, they're two red LEDs inside the pedal as well for the LED clipping mode.
Is that connected to the switch, Budge?
No.
Where's the? I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, so there's another factor to this pedal as well, and that is that it has an auxiliary out that has a cab sim on it.
Ah, okay. Built-in pedal cab sims are they're not good. Like the ones that are built into the Joyo amp sim things. People have put up tutorials on how to bypass that.
Yeah. It's
sold this bit and this bit and this bit.
It simply sounds like you've plugged the pedal straight into a cab, which basically is what it is. And I was watching the Andersons video on it, for instance, and they're trying it, and Lee just looks at Pete and goes, "There's something wrong, isn't there?" So yeah, they weren't sure about that. Maybe there's 40 unit, perhaps, I don't know, but it didn't sound good at all. And I was surprised by that, because J-Rocket generally are on par with their tones. They generally hit everything they need to hit, and this is kind of like, it seems almost like an afterthought. Oh yeah, let's chuck that in. Oh, it's just a couple of components. Yeah, we put that in. Okay, yeah, that'll increase sales.
Yeah,
I'm being very cynical though.
No, J-Rocket makes some good stuff. Like, in all fairness, as much as we've been ragging on them, the J-Rocket Archer has been a big seller, and for a good reason. It does the clone thing, and it does it well. So actually,
it's neat looking as well, isn't it?
This is probably going to be all right. It's not for me. I don't give a shit about clones, but
you got the bad horsey. That's a wicked clone. That
the bad horsey. That's the Tone City one. I don't have that. I've got
the Horseman.
The Silver Horse. I've got the Horseman. I've got the Taurin. I've got mate. I've got so many clones for someone who doesn't give a shit about clones, but you know, such is the game.
Send me some clones over, man. I like clones.
Yeah. I'm sure I've got one or two to spare. We're pretty much at time. I tell you what, we'll wrap the podcast, and then we'll continue over on the page. As little as $2 a month, you can check this page stuff out. We've got over 5 episodes of page content. There's considerably more than that, but I just can't remember how many. I think it's like 20, 21 or something like that. I don't know. We haven't been doing them on the week every week, but you get at least one a month. Usually 2 or 3. So yeah, go patreon.com/FredTalk. And the people who do that also get a shout out on the podcast, and they are as follows. We've got Mr. Andrew Bimson of Rising of the Lights, and
message me
of just like this week pissing off fame. We've got Mr. Doug Christ of 37 Effects of Masters of the Cinematic Universe and the Just Surprise Me podcast. We have got Mr. Hugh G. Rection. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher at Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gower of the Tone Jerks podcast, of Just Surprise Me podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. And we have finally got Mr. Ross Philpotts. Boom. Yeah, if you want to catch me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You follow me at Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. YouTube is the home to the No Talk Tone series, which this week kicks off a another of the verses which we've had a little bit of a hiatus with. And we are doing Battle of the British Amp Sims. We're doing the British sound versus the AC tone by Joyo. And spoilers, they're both really fucking good. Love them. Lee, where can we find you?
I don't know, mate. Really, honestly, I don't even know where I am right now.
Yeah.
You can find me on Pedalboards Are Doing with our 100,000 members. Whoop, whoop. You can find me on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Prime Watch, on lots of different places. And we're always doing our thing, talking about pedals. And if you need anything, let us know, and we will see what we can do. I don't know what I mean by that exactly, but yeah.
Swedish
I
style.
I just kept talking and I didn't know what to stop.
Yeah, the mouth carried on, the brain stopped a long time ago. Matt, where can we find you?
Listening to myself thinking, what the fuck are you going on about?
You can find me at the Twitter and the Instagram at heel_MattQ.
You can. And definitely not facebook.com/heel_MattQ.
Yeah, no, I've no idea where that came from that week that I did that.
No, that was
just I mean, to be fair, just hurl abuse at me in the Facebook group, because I probably deserve it, because I say some controversial shit that's probably not correct.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think that's if we said correct things, it wouldn't be this podcast, would it? Right, so that's us for this week. It will be from myself, Mr. Budget Pedal Chap, from Mr. Matt Quine. Say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
And from Mr. Leap. Sorry, I went into a drum solo there. Doom. It will be a tatty bar. Back in the 70s when drummers used to have solos. It will be a tatty bye and good night for this week. So bye.
Bye.
The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her a glue stick. She still isn't talking to me.
I love that, actually.
It's brilliant, isn't it?